Hi, how are you? My name is Kodirov Ali. I'm a chief manager at IT Park Uzbekistan.
Hello everyone, my name is Azizbek. I work at IT Park Uzbekistan. My title head manager at North American Market Division. IT Park Uzbekistan, this is economic development organization based in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. The organization under the Ministry of Digital Technologies. We have two goals only. The first one, we support local companies to go into outsourcing market. And the second goal, we attract investment by bringing international companies to Uzbekistan. This is what IT Park do.
Uzbekistan is becoming one of the most developing country in the ITS market because we have so many government incentives like tax breaks, like zero risk programs, soft lending programs, and also we have a great talent pool. Let's say for the BPO we have different language capacities like French, German, Russian, English, Arabic, Korean, and so on. And also for ITS market, for the IT market, we are developing most advanced technologies like AI, cloud services, Microsoft services, and also different types of services. And we have a great education system which is established by our ministry, by Ministry of Digital Technologies. So, and also time zone is very important. We are very close to Europe and we are very close to Eastern Asia. And also our time zone is great for American market as well, for the night shifts. So, these are the quick, bullet points about why you should consider Uzbekistan as a next outsourcing destination.
When they're going to visit Uzbekistan, they can expect to see, let's say, divided into four levels. First one, the infrastructure. So we have developed infrastructure in the cities of Uzbekistan. We have high buildings, modern, streets, high-tech innovation, and the internet coverage is 99% across Uzbekistan. The second one is the culture and traditions and the friendly relation of people. This is how our people communicating. We're friendly, we're open. And the third one is Uzbekistani cuisine. We have the best meal in the Central Asia, especially palov. This is the most famous meal in Uzbekistan. And the fourth one, I think, business environment. We have government support, we have tax incentives, we provide office space across the Uzbekistan, and we have the talents, the most important for companies.
Uzbekistan is a fully independent country with its own political position in the world. We are a fully democratic country, so we don't have any problems with the financial system, with transactions, we don't have any problems with the neighbor countries. We are very friendly. We have a political friendship with them. So, and regarding European and the U.S. companies, they can easily come into our market without any problem. Why? Because we have so many already European and U.S. companies, and our generation, our people, they like Western culture. They want to be more Westernized. That's why when the Europeans or Americans come to our country, they feel quite friendly atmosphere. They can easily communicate with our people, and it's very easy to make business because we can understand them in their mentality. So, if we talk about ITS market, then definitely most of the American companies are considering right now because of talent pool, because of incentives, and also some other stuff. So this is, main points that I want to share.
Most of the cars are Chevrolet, but today, the car industry is changing in Uzbekistan. We have very good relation with China, and lots of Chinese cars coming, lots of European cars coming. We have distributed centers across the Uzbekistan, and the most interesting and significant changes that happened in the last 2-3 years, that Uzbekistan just down the taxes for imported cars up to 0% for electric cars. So this is not done even in Europe, even in not US. That's why we are thinking about the ecology, and the government just give the zero tax for imported electrical cars. And we have the most popular Chinese electrical car right now in Uzbekistan. People coming to Uzbekistan, they're impressed how the government support this initiative for electrical cars today. And I think in the next 5 to 10 years, Uzbekistan will be one of the countries with the most electric cars in the Central Asia, in the CIS region at all.
So the trend of IT started back, 7 or 8 years ago, when our government and and the private universities propose a lot of IT courses in the universities. Nowadays we have more than 80 universities which offer different courses in IT in different sectors. Nowadays the most demanded one are AI developing, and different techs like cloud services and everything. Nowadays we have a lot of senior level engineers. We have middle, juniors, and seniors. I mean, the number of senior engineers are raising year by year. And also, one of the big company, EPAM Systems, with the $1 billion revenue company, hires more than 1,000 employees in our region, in our country. That shows that the talent pool is there, and the specialists are there, and the retention of these talents are fully supported, because the government invests a lot in ITS market, in the growing IT atmosphere among the generation, and it's one of the reasons why Uzbekistan is becoming IT hub as well for most of the American, European, and Asian companies. So we are more than happy to deal with any big companies who consider another fresh IT hub for making business.
In Uzbekistan, there are a lot of people speaking different languages, and for BPO and contact center companies, they're coming to Uzbekistan, and while they're searching across the globe German speakers, we have more than 2,000 German speakers, more than 100,000 people speaking, in different languages, and we have 5 million English speakers almost in Uzbekistan. So, and when we will get the rates of language capabilities in Uzbekistan with the US, it will be very different level. So the rate is very low, even in compare with such huge country as India. The rate is high, while in Uzbekistan it will be very comfortable for contact center companies. I think this is our advantages with the Philippines, with the South Africa, and we have different universities today who prepare specialists in German, in China, in Arabic, and different languages. And moreover, government supports private universities and centers who is teaching different languages. They're giving incentives to boost this industry. That's why we have lots of people speaking different languages in Uzbekistan. I think the contact centers can get a lot of benefits working in Uzbekistan and hiring people with different languages. So this is what we propose, and this is why we came here to showcase these advantages to all these companies. The government fully supporting today all international companies coming to Uzbekistan with different incentives. with different support in terms of talents. Specifically, our Minister of Digital Technology, Mr. Shahzad Shirmatov, he is always meeting with the heads of different companies to show the attention of ministry and the government for developing their businesses in Uzbekistan. And the second point why governments very supporting companies because they're creating jobs in Uzbekistan. This is one of the significant direction on what we're working. The jobs and investment is very important for government of Uzbekistan. And this is a reason why IT Park working on incentives, giving tax breaks, because we want to be attractive for international companies. We want to create more jobs. We want to bring more investment, and we understand at the same time how important for companies to get something beneficial, and that's why we are always talking about the taxes, about the opportunities that most of the companies unfortunately don't know, but I hope in the near future Uzbekistan will be the hub for different IT and BPO companies in the next 5-7 years. So believe me, we are right now working very hard, and one day it will give the very huge results on what we're doing right now.
Hi, I'm Loren Moss, and we're here today after the presentations with the Minister of Information Technology for Uzbekistan. And so first of all, what's your name?
My name is Robert Dean.
What is the company you represent?
FDI Business Diplomacy.
Great. So tell me about your impressions overall of today's presentations.
I thought they were very professional, and I really enjoyed the speakers because they gave me the insight that I need, to help my clients understand how to do business better in Uzbekistan. The opportunities there are really ground floor and a great opportunity to grow with the country.
What did you know about the country maybe before being contacted about this presentation?
I knew the location, and I knew that it had a foundation of democracy and openness to do business there.
Great. And so do you think that after this event, you're better armed with information to go back to your clients and to present a case for Uzbekistan?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm engaged with discussions with companies all over the world, and now at least I have a better understanding about Uzbekistan and the opportunities, at least to make the introductions so the more substantive discussions can occur.
Great. And what was maybe the most surprising thing, or the thing that maybe not surprising but unexpected, or the thing that you learned or the takeaway from today?
I thought about having a business operation in the country to be able to support U.S. and other types of businesses. But what I learned is not only can you do that, but you can also use that location in that part of the world, in that region, to expand business in that part of the world and other countries there too. So it's not just the one way to the U.S., it's also expanding the business in that region of the world.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Great.
Enjoyed it.
I'm here with, what's your name?
Jonathan Yara.
And what company do you represent?
So I represent intelligence sourcing out of the UK and also the Impact Sourcing Alliance.
So great, thank you for attending. So tell me about what your impression was of today's event.
Really slick presentations. I came in not knowing anything about Uzbekistan and certainly the BPO offering. Purposely came in with kind of no background, done no research, and it was interesting to hear really impressive facts and figures around education, around tax saving, around employment opportunities, and really the benefits people can get from looking at Uzbekistan as a really viable location.
John, you're very you're very well known in the impact sourcing movement, which is to consider sourcing with a social benefit. So, what are your takeaways from today's presentations on how sourcing companies can maybe have an impact, have a social impact by sourcing to Uzbekistan?
Yeah, and it's a great question, and I kind of come from it in two different ways. Firstly, a lot of countries, a lot of locations, I would say the most popular, for want of a better phrase, locations are quite saturated, and therefore we see, certainly within IT services, a bit of a war on talent happening. Uzbekistan is almost an untapped market. There are obviously vendors and end users there benefiting from the talent pool, but for the main, it's almost one of those hidden secrets. We've seen today, the statistics show that in IT, there's a huge amount of graduates and a huge amount of employable labour coming out year on year. So whether or not we call it impact sourcing, it is still up for a bit of debate, but certainly for organisations looking, A, to get new staff while there's a war on talent, and B, to actually provide people with jobs and give people opportunity, it's clear to see.
Well, as somebody that kind of, you mentioned earlier that you didn't really know a lot about Uzbekistan coming to this conference today. What was maybe the most maybe not surprising but unexpected takeaway that you got from today's event about something about Uzbekistan that maybe you didn't know before?
I would say the number of foreign schools there. I would say that actually the percentages, when you look at those that are coming out English speaking, so English, I think it's known actually as the third language, but becoming more of a second language, I think. So there was that part of it. The skills that are being taught, as you were saying in your presentation, the way in which people are conversing, it's not just in the regional dialect, but it's also, there's a big push on the English language, certainly in science and things that you see around the capital. And I think as well also that the infrastructure there, the IT park looks amazing. The level of kind of construction around the area, things like the bullet trains getting from place to place, the fact that workers are really, really looked after, they're being taken to work, taken home from work, and the tax saving. I mean, it's one of these places I feel that I actually now have to go and visit. And you and I have been on many trips where we've gone to locations, and when we've gone to them, before we've gone to them, we've kind of thought, well, we're not 100% sure what this is going to be like.
Right.
And then we've gone and just been blown away, and I'm pretty confident that if I went, I'd be blown away.
It's one of those kind of places. John, thanks so much for your time and insights.
No thanks. Thank you.